Welcome to our video on the 14 biggest myths about the Middle Ages that are very wrong. Today, we'll be debunking some of the most widespread misconceptions about this fascinating period in history. Contrary to popular belief, women in the Middle Ages were far from inactive. They played significant roles in politics, economics, and society. Figures like Joan of Arc and Catherine of Siena are prime examples. Another common myth is that people in the Middle Ages ate rotten meat. In reality, spices were used to enhance flavor, not to cover up spoilage. It's often believed that medieval towns were filthy and grimy. However, they had rules and laws for cleanliness and waste management to prevent disease. Medieval battles are often depicted as large and chaotic. In reality, big battles were rare and strategic, with sieges and raids being more common. While child mortality was high, those who survived childhood often lived to old age, sometimes up to 80 years. It's a misconception that everyone in the Middle Ages was deeply religious and obedient to the church. In reality, there was a diversity of beliefs and not everyone followed the church blindly. Peasants in the Middle Ages were far from slow-witted. They were knowledgeable about agriculture and invoked laws during protests. Illiteracy did not equate to lack of intelligence. Witch trials were actually rare during the Middle Ages and became more common in the 16th to 18th centuries. The iconic image of Vikings with horned helmets is a 19th century artistic invention. Such helmets would have been impractical for battle. There is no historical evidence that Prime Noctis, the rite of the first night, was ever practiced during the Middle Ages. Chastity belts were largely mythical and often used as jokes. They were not a common practice in the Middle Ages. Medieval scholars were well aware that the Earth was round. The flat Earth myth actually emerged in the 19th century. People in the Middle Ages bathed regularly and used grooming tools. Bathhouses were common in many towns. Medieval people traveled frequently for better opportunities, war, or slavery, leading to diverse communities. We've debunked 14 of the biggest myths about the Middle Ages. We hope this video has provided you with a clearer understanding of this fascinating period. Keep exploring and learning.